the show. Yeah, welcome to the show. It's Dave and Johnny live.
I'm loving the new captions they have underneath us now. It's cool.
Yeah, do you see all the new stuff? We got all sorts of new stuff going on, Johnny North. Boom, new ticker, new captions, new intro, new graphics, new everything.
I like the slower ticker. It's good.
Slower. You like it slower, John?
Yeah, so I can actually pay attention to it and care about it.
All right.
It's
well,
good.
Hopefully the show won't be too slow today. I'm going to keep it moving. We got a lot to get to because we're doing a draft. It is the Dave and Johnny WWE Draft Spectacular. Welcome.
Yeah, you're not listening to What's Fam in Japan, what the screen says.
Does it say that?
It says that.
Oh, that's weird. Oh, let's get rid of that. Hey, man, we got new stuff, and sometimes it doesn't work. But I tell you what does work, Johnny North. You know what works? The WWE Draft and this. Let's see if we can do this. Hey, that works. Look at that.
We're small.
That's who's eligible to wrestle or to be drafted tonight on SmackDown. All these people could be drafted, and we are going to draft them. We're going to start with SmackDown tonight. The eligible roster, 30 members of the roster eligible to go from Raw to SmackDown.
Okay.
I will be Team Raw. You will be Team SmackDown, as we decided before the show.
Sounds good.
Why did you want to be Team SmackDown, Big Johnny?
Because it's easier to make.
It's easier?
Well, yeah, there's less picks.
Yeah, that's right, because Raw has 3 picks for every 2 for SmackDown, so it'll be Johnny gets 2 picks, I get 3 picks, which
Right.
I like. I don't know why you want fewer picks. I want more picks because my roster's going to be beefy and strong. Going to be a lot of beef there, pal, and I'm pretty excited about it. So we're going to get to this draft. We have to flip a coin to determine who drafts first.
Right.
And at the end, you can all decide, the Dave and Johnny Live universe, who has the better show. Is it Raw Dave or Johnny SmackDown?
I think SmackDown wins because it's on Fox, so it's already a better show.
I just got a note that our ticker is fixed.
Nice. It's good. It's quick.
See that? Good production here on Dave and Johnny Live. So I need to get a coin because Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins are going to wrestle on SmackDown tonight.
Uh-huh.
And the winner gets the first pick for Raw or SmackDown. So Roman is a SmackDown guy, Seth is a Raw guy, and whoever wins the match gets to choose first for their brand, or their brand gets to choose first. And it seems like it's Fox that is choosing for SmackDown and the USA Network choosing for Raw. That's at least how the WWE is positioning it, which is kind of weird.
They also have guest hosts for this as well. Like Troy Aikman's going to be involved. I think A-Rod's also involved.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, which is kind of crazy.
Yankee great Alex Rodriguez, by the way. Go Yankees. Congratulations on the sweep of the Minnesota Twins. You see that? Destruction.
I look forward to the Astros series. I mean, that's what we knew was going to happen, right? So
It's going to be fun. I need a coin, John. You have a coin?
I do not have a coin.
Because we don't know the winner, right? I mean, who do you think's going to win, Roman or Seth? Seth is a champion, though.
It's the SmackDown show.
Okay, let me get a coin.
I definitely think Roman Reigns is going to win.
Hey, I got a coin.
That was quick.
That was quick. Got a coin. All right, it's a Canadian quarter. And so who's Raw? Who's got heads is Roman, tails is Seth?
Sounds good.
Let's do it.
Oh, you won. Wow.
Tails.
Wow.
So Seth Rollins, on behalf of Monday Night Raw, gets first pick in the WWE Draft. And that's me. Thank you, Seth. Thank you, Tails.
That's probably not going to happen tonight, though. But
yeah, well, I think it might, John. All right? I'm Team Raw. All right? Go red. Big red all the way. All right, Big Johnny?
So Kane?
No, I don't have Kane. He's not on my list here of possible superstars to choose. So what happens now? I get to choose 3 wrestlers?
From the first day only, though,
And tag
right?
teams count as 2. So there's 30 talents eligible for SmackDown tonight. And then on Raw on Monday, there will be 41 talents eligible for drafting. Since Raw is a longer show, it gets 3 picks to every 2 from SmackDown. Tag teams will technically count as 1 pick unless, they decide to split up a tag team or something, right?
Like if you pick, like, say, Robert Roode, so that ends that tag team.
Right. And those undrafted will be free agents, and they could sign with either brand, in the future when the WWE decides where to put them, pretty much. Like, the Usos are not on either draft list. Where are the Usos?
Naomi as well.
Where are they? Is Finn Balor eligible to be drafted here? Is he officially on NXT? And are we to believe that no NXT talents are being called up here in a draft? Usually they'll call up 1 or 2 during a draft, right? But maybe now because they're trying to beef up NXT, nobody's getting called up?
Let's remember, too, this is like the second kind of shakeup that's happened already this year. This happened, we saw it live in Montreal, so the fact that they're doing this again, I mean, are they really going to change everything and bring up people from NXT? Or they're already kind of changing NXT anyways? I don't think they need to call up people from NXT.
All right, well, Big Johnny, it's time. It's time for me to make my selection. It's time to start drafting.
3 people.
For Big Raw Dave. Raw Dave's first selection. Let's see here. Raw Dave, as my number 1 pick in the 2019 Dave and Johnny Live Draft, I select WWE superstar Kevin Owens.
Wow. That's awesome that you did that.
Kevin Owens is my number 1 pick. Thank you very much. He's on team Raw Dave. KO. I kind of picked him to stop you from picking him because I knew that you'd want to pick him. But you can't now. KO is mine.
I definitely wanted to. I didn't think you'd pick him first, though. That's amazing. That
he's going first overall in the draft. I've got Kevin Owens. Thank you very much, Raw. As my second pick overall in the WWE Draft for Monday Night Raw, I select the big dog, Hooah, Roman Reigns.
See, that's who I thought you would pick first.
I get to pick him second.
I guess, yeah.
What a team already. Man, Raw is killing it. As my third pick overall in the WWE Draft for Team Raw, I select... Now, this is where it gets tougher. I am going to select the Raw Women's Champion, Becky Lynch.
Again, like I thought that'd be definitely in the top picks.
Boom.
You kind of had to pick that in a sense.
I got Becky. So I've got Becky, Roman, and Kevin Owens so far selected on Monday Night Raw. It's time for 2 selections for Big Johnny North, a.k.a. Johnny Smackdown. Johnny Smackdown, you are on the clock.
Well, I think the number 1 pick should be the cornerstone of SmackDown, so I'm definitely going to pick the OC for the first pick.
Whoa, the OC, all 3 members, AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson as Johnny Smackdown's first pick. Johnny Smackdown, your second pick.
So that means I have the U.S. champion on SmackDown.
You have the U.S. champion on SmackDown. Man, and it's a pretty good pick because you get 3 guys.
Yeah. It's fantastic.
How come the WWE is grouping them as 1 pick? AJ Styles and a tag team? Smart pick, Johnny North. I mean, it's no Kevin Owens, but it's pretty good as your first pick for SmackDown.
And I'll make sure SmackDown titles stay on SmackDown. I'll pick the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Revival.
Okay. Johnny North choosing the Revival as his second pick overall on Johnny Smackdown's team, which I don't know. So far, I like my Raw better.
Hey, I got more titles on SmackDown.
That's fine. I'm gonna take my my second round of picks here. Mm-hmm. 3 more picks for Raw. As my 4th selection, I'm gonna go with the Viper, Randy Orton.
Wow.
Thank you very much. I'll take Randall. That's a good pick. Who doesn't want Randall on their team?
I'm also you picked Randy. I'm really surprised.
I'm taking all the good ones away from you. As my other pick here, I'm going to go with Braun Strowman, the monster among men. Come to Monday Night Raw.
That makes sense.
As my final pick here in this round, I'm going to go with Calgary, Alberta, Canada's own Natalia. Natty coming to Monday Night Raw. Thank you. I need some Canada, more Canada on Raw. I'm going to get all the Canadians, John. Deal with it. We flipped the coin with a Canadian quarter, so we're going to keep this Canada theme going for Big Dave and Team Raw.
It's pretty good. You got a good Raw roster so far.
Yeah, I know. I'm killing your roster. You're going to see at the end of this, my roster's going to be sick and your roster's going to be terrible. No one's going to want to watch your show, John.
I don't know about that.
All right, Big Johnny, it's time for some more Smackdown selections.
So the next pick is going to be the boss, Sasha Banks.
And a dream I made it. Take it out the way. Sasha Banks.
Sasha Banks is there.
Pretty good pick.
Very good
for
pick.
Johnny Smackdown. You like our Word documents that we're putting up on the screen here?
I hope people can read it.
Very interactive, Dave and Johnny Live. Yeah, I hope you guys can see all that. There's Johnny's Smackdown so far. Johnny, your next pick. There's your list of superstars. Who you going with?
It's tough, but I'll go with the Fiend, Bray Wyatt.
Oh, the Fiend. I feel like we should turn the lights out. Let's go all red. The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, going to Johnny Smackdown. John, let me tell you something. I hate your show. Your show sucks.
I love my show, man.
Your show is the worst.
I got the OC.
Oh,
I got a great tag team in the Revival. Probably the best women's wrestler in WWE.
I do not like your show.
No, I love SmackDown. So good.
No, I don't like your show.
You just got a lot of beef on your show. That's all you got.
So much beef.
Randy, though.
I've got Randy. Oh, man. My team is very strong, John. My team is super, super strong. All right, let's get back to the selections in our WWE mock draft preview, mock draft spectacular. Raw Dave so far, I think, just killing it. Take a look at my squad. Look at that team right there, baby. Raw Dave, Kevin Owens, Roman Reigns, Becky Lynch, Randy Orton, Braun Strowman, Natalia, or as my son calls her, Natalian.
That's all right. That's pretty good for a 2-year-old, actually.
Natalian.
That's really good.
I like it. She's not Italian. She's Natalian. All right. I'm on the clock here. 3 more selections. I love this. This is fun. My roster's sick. I'm going to go with Cesaro.
Wow.
He's awesome.
He is.
Cesaro's a great wrestler. He's going on Team Raw. Team Raw Dave. As my next picks for Monday Night Raw, I'm going with... I'm going to go with the... This is tough. This is getting tough here.
It is.
I'm going to go with the Lucha House Party.
That's solid, actually, because that kind of cancels out me getting the OC. You have three guys now with 1 pick, so that's pretty good.
3 guys with 1 pick, and it's a very good 3-man group. They're a lot
very
of fun
underrated.
to watch.
Very underrated.
Very underrated Lucha House Party. And I get another pick here in this round. I love being Raw with the bigger roster.
Yep.
My next pick will be Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. I'll take both of them at the same time. Why not?
Good.
Beef up my roster of women. So far, I've got Becky Lynch, Natty, Alexa, and Nikki Cross on my Raw women's roster. Not too shabby, Big Johnny. Raw Dave is killing it. Let's get back to Johnny Smackdown. What you got for us, Johnny?
So my next pick is going to be Ricochet.
Ooh, Ricochet. I don't know his theme song. I'd be singing more theme songs if I knew them. What's his theme song?
It's just a lot of sound effects.
One and only. And then others, right?
You know the next guy that I'm gonna pick.
Who you going with?
You know Drew McIntyre. You can do his song.
He hasn't been on TV in a while. I forget his theme song.
His song.
Oh, you're going with Drew McIntyre.
Yep.
Boo.
I gotta get some beef too on my show.
Yeah, you got some beef, but all right. So it's time for Raw Dave to go back to my selections. Man, my show's so much better than yours. Raw Dave selects the Viking Raiders.
It's pretty good.
That's a solid team right there. As my next selection, I'm going to go with Bobby Lashley.
Hey, you talk about NXT people. The Street Profits are eligible, so I guess that's an NXT call-up.
I guess they're moving up. I'm going with Bobby and Chad Gable.
Solid.
That's a great round. Viking Raiders, Lashley, and Chad Gable. I'm killing you in these picks, Johnny North. What you got for us, SmackDown Johnny? Raw Dave, great show. SmackDown Johnny?
I think it's a fantastic show, actually.
Not so much. I don't like it that much. All right, Johnny.
I like it a lot.
What do you got next for SmackDown? Who you picking?
This is going to be interesting.
This is when it gets really tough because we're down to the last bits here, the bare minimum. You going to go with Lacey?
I am going with Lacey.
You don't have that many wrestlers, women wrestlers on your show. Do you have any?
I have Sasha.
You have Sasha. Well, Sasha needs to wrestle somebody, John. And you're going with Lacey Evans. That'll be fun.
It's good.
I got Natty versus Becky. You've got Lacey versus Sasha. I'll take my show over yours once again. All right, what do you got next?
And I'll take the Street Profits.
All right. That's fun. I think they will wind up on SmackDown.
Yeah, you think so? I don't know about that.
No, maybe on Raw. See, I'm thinking of old SmackDown.
Right.
Current SmackDown is like the A show. SmackDown used to be the show where they kind of worked people in, but now Raw, I think, is going to be the show where they work people in. So they'll probably wind up on Raw in reality, but in our world, they wind up on Johnny's SmackDown Live.
Yeah, in our reality, yeah. They should stay in NXT and on Raw, I think. They're better for that, I think.
Yeah, I think NXT would make a lot of sense for them to kind of stick around there. All right, let's go back to Dave's Super Raw. And what a great show I have. Roman Reigns, Kevin Owens, Becky Lynch. I mean, look at that team. What a squad. And my next three selections will be... I'm going to go with the power of Tozawa, Akira Tozawa. Getting some cruiserweights now, all right? I'm going to go with Humberto Carrillo and also Sin Cara. I'm going with Sin Cara, and I'll tell you why. I want all the luchas.
Okay.
Give me all the luchas on my team. I got Lucha House Party. I've got Sin Cara. I've got a fun team. I've got Humberto Carrillo. So let's go. That's my selections here. Johnny SmackDown, you're on the clock.
I'm going to go with Tamina.
All right. Boosting your women's roster here. You got Tamina, Sasha, and Lacey.
And I'll put the B team on as well.
All right. Some tag team action for Big Johnny North here. He's got the B team on his roster. I've got 3 more picks, and then I guess you have to take the last one.
I guess so.
Is that how it works?
I don't know how that works exactly. That's kind of weird.
Wow, who's going to be the odd man out? Who do I not want? I'll tell you who I don't want. I don't want Heath Slater. I'll take Drew Gulak, not Johnny SmackDown, Dave Raw. I'll take Drew Gulak, the third version of Carter, and Showtime, Eric Young, to round out my roster for the first night of selections. And Johnny SmackDown, you get, by default, Heath Slater, just kind of given to you, not selected. He's just the guy left standing. You just get Heath Slater, which is, kind of sad for Heath Slater.
Well, I think it's fine in the end. I mean, Heath Slater became a SmackDown Tag Team Champion when this kind of thing happened, so you kind of make the most of what you get.
All right, John, it's time for... Oh, man, we got a lot of picks to make. Let's try and get through this.
Well, let's get through this as quick as we can here because, wow, there's a lot of picks.
There's so many picks. There's so many people here. There's like, 70-something superstars to select?
That's a lot.
Unbelievable. All right. So, let's get to Monday Night Raw. the superstars that will be selected on Raw. Since I got the last pick, I guess you get the first picks here, right?
Oh, okay.
I got the last pick. You got the last kind of scrubs, but I am being a gentleman because your roster, as we can tell here, is terrible.
Oh, I think it's fantastic. I got AJ Styles, the U.S. champion, on this show. I got the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Revival, one of the best tag teams in wrestling. Ricochet I have on the show.
I got Kevin Owens, Roman Reigns, Becky Lynch, Randy Orton, Braun, Cesaro, Bobby Lashley. I mean, my Raw squad is pretty good right now.
Oh, it's good, but it's also a 3-hour show. You kind of need that.
All right. I need it. So what do you need here for SmackDown? You're up next, Johnny North. Who are you selecting for Team SmackDown? 2 picks.
2 picks, eh?
Oh, man.
Wow.
Oh, it's not fair that you get first picks here. This is
How is this not fair?
Well, because you're going to have all the champions. You could choose both champions if you want to.
Well,
this doesn't seem right.
I'm only going to choose one, though, because I only need one, really.
Okay.
So which one? I think I'm going to go with the Universal Champion, Seth Rollins.
Okay.
Yeah. I think he's a better fit for me on SmackDown.
Okay. So Big Johnny is taking Seth Rollins for SmackDown. Interesting choice there. All right. And who's next?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan.
Oh, no.
Yes.
No, you stole him from me.
Yes.
No.
That's revenge for Kevin Owens.
Oh,
right there.
that's top pick right there. That's a great selection. Oh, no. Johnny took Daniel Bryan from me. You. Oh.
That ruined your draft right there. It's all over.
No. No.
Right in the heart.
How could you do that
right
to me, John?
SmackDown's a great show now.
SmackDown is great now. Now you've won. You've won the draft. All right, well, I get 3 picks, and I'm going to hit you where it hurts, okay? I'm going to go hard now. You went hard on me. I'm going to go hard on you. I'm going to take the WWE Champion, Brock Lesnar, obviously, as my first pick on the Raw side of the draft. So they can only draft,
right,
certain people on SmackDown tonight, and then other people will be drafted on Raw. So Brock's going to be drafted on Raw. Seth is going to be drafted on Raw. We'll find out where they go on Monday night. We got to wait.
I hope it works out like this. Oh, you put them on my show, by the way.
Oh, whoops. I don't want that. I don't want to just.
You don't want that.
Oh, here, John. Here's Brock Lesnar. I'm not just giving Brock away, all right?
I have to say, with Brock on that show, what a show.
On Raw?
Yeah.
I mean, look at my Raw. My Raw is awesome, right?
It's very good.
It's very good. All right, so I'm taking Brock Lesnar. I'm going to take the Intercontinental Champion Shinsuke Nakamura. Well, you got the U.S. champion, so I needed the IC champion, and I also get Sami Zayn. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing, though. You get Sami Zayn.
Yeah, I get Sami with Shinsuke, which is a nice little bonus. And I'm also going to go with the SmackDown Women's Champion, Charlotte Flair.
So
Eat
greedy.
it, John. Eat it. I'm taking both women's champions on Raw. I don't care if that's not how it would work in the WWE. I'm just mad that you took Daniel Bryan from me, so I'm not giving you any women's champions. My women's roster is going to be so much better than yours because I got Charlotte and Natty and Becky and Alexa and Nikki Cross. Deal with it. Team Raw is the best. Go Big Red. Johnny,
all right.
It's your turn.
We can deal with that pretty easily. So I'm going to pick the Kabuki Warriors, the women tag team champions.
Ooh.
So that deals with that.
They had a good match this week, too. I love the Kabuki Warriors.
I just don't like them as heels, though. That's the thing.
They're very good. Nice pick, John. Who's next? I mean, look at this massive roster. How about you go with No Way Jose? I think you should pick No Way Jose instead of, Bailey or Luke Harper or something. R-Truth. Rey Mysterio. There's a lot of people here you could pick. A lot of good selections still on the board.
Yeah, I'll go with the New Day.
New Day? That's nice. 3 guys all together. Funny that they're back together now. So New Day going to Johnny Smackdown. Maybe that's what they'll call Johnny Mundo or whatever, John Morrison, when he goes to SmackDown.
I think he's going to NXT. I really think so.
Johnny NXT?
Yeah.
All right. It's time for Raw Dave. Raw Dave is on the board. I get 3 picks here.
Come on, go for the Miz. Come on.
No, I'm not drafting the Miz. I'm drafting Rey Mysterio.
Solid pick.
Ron Mystery. Unfortunately, I don't think Cain Velasquez is a selection, but I'm going to guess that if I get Rey, I also get Cain. Okay? So
I think Kane's a free agent, but
whatever. I'm taking Cain.
You're getting Brock, so I guess.
Look, I'm taking
Kane
ownership
follows.
of Cain, okay? Cain's on my team. He's on Raw. If I have Brock and I have Rey, I get Cain on my show, okay? I'm killing it.
All right.
My squad is the best. I'm also going to take I just took one, right? I just took my first in this round? Yeah. Okay, I got Rey. I'm going to take Samoan Joe.
Fantastic pick, yeah. Good.
Because he's a great wrestler.
Injured right now.
Yeah, but whatever. He'll come back and kill it. And I guess I have to take the Raw Tag Team Champions, Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode.
Eventually, anyways.
Because you have the other set of Tag Team Champions, and I need a set of Tag Team Champions. But, like, whatever. I would have rathered a lot of guys over these guys, but that's okay. So welcome to Team Raw, Rey, Samoa, and Ziggler and Bobby. All right, Big Johnny, it's time for you to make another selection here on this Dave and Johnny Live WWE Draft Spectacular.
Let's see the selection again here, pick.
All right.
Wow. It's tough at this point.
It gets tough here.
Very tough.
You go with old Shelton.
I actually think I'm going to go with Mr. Wants to Pick a Fight, Aleister Black.
Oh, you want to pick him on your show.
I do.
Okay. Aleister Black going on Team Johnny. Smackdown Johnny. What do you got next?
And because I would love Sasha to have a tag team partner, I'm going to choose Bayley as well.
Oh, Bayley time.
We're going to have a great tag team division on SmackDown.
It's a pretty good pick, John. Bayley. That's good. Too bad you don't have Charlotte and Becky, but you do have Sasha and Bayley. Funny how that worked out.
Yeah.
All right, Raw Dave back on the board. I'm going to go with I'm going to go with Andrade. I think I have to because I got Charlotte, right? So it seems right.
Hey, we've broken up Becky and Seth, so it's okay.
Deal with it. Deal with it, Becky and Seth. Our Andrade and Charlotte are staying together. I'm also going to go with I'm going to go with Fire and Desire. Mandy and Sonya. Boost my women's roster. And for my final selection, I'm going to choose Heavy Machinery. Boom. They're a good tag team. They're fun to watch. What a show I'm building here, John. All right. What you got, Big Johnny? This is Dave and Johnny Live. You're watching the Draft Spectacular.
So I'm going to build up my
SmackDown Johnny is on the board.
I'm going to build up my tag team division, choose the AOP.
All right. Big Johnny's taking the AOP, Akam, and Razar.
And I'll keep growing my women's tag division by having the Iconics.
Oh, Iconic.
It's a very good tag team division I have on SmackDown. WWE should take notes on this.
Yeah, your division is pretty solid, Big Johnny. I like it. So for my next selections for Monday Night Raw, let's see here. I got Johnny SmackDown. Where's Raw? Where's Raw Dave? Here's Raw Dave. My next selections for Monday Night Raw will be Ronald Truth, because he's always fun.
He's very good.
Carmella.
I'm glad you picked both of them together. I was worried
Well, yeah,
about that.
I'm keeping them together.
Yeah, I'd hate if they got separated.
And I'm also going to go with, this is going to be a surprise to many, No Way Jose.
That's
Way
a big surprise.
Jose. No way.
Wow.
Jose. No way.
Wow.
Jose. No way. Jose. Come on, Johnny.
I'm very
Jose.
I can't believe you picked him. You could have picked Rusev.
Jose.
You could have picked Rusev, and you didn't pick Rusev.
Rusev Pudria. Rusev. Bleh. No way. Jose. No way. Jose. I need jobbers.
Man, I can't believe you didn't pick. Oh, I'm picking Rusev now. Like,
Rusev Pudria. Rusev Machka. I don't want to pick Rusev.
I love Rusev. He's
great. But like his wife makes love to another man.
Get them separated. Now they're good. Now everything's fine.
I don't like that. All right, Johnny's going with Rusev. Who else are you going with here, Big Johnny? We don't have that many guys left to choose. Look at what's left.
Because I think he's a fantastic talent. I want him on my show. I want Ali.
Oh, Big Johnny going with Ali. Notice, WWE, that we have yet to choose
so many people that they love.
The Miz, King Corbin, Elias, Luke Harper, Eric Rowan.
To be fair, because they're not as a team, I'd probably pick them if they were a team.
If I could get them as a package deal, I'd get them. But drafting them by themselves, who wants to draft Eric Rowan by himself? What's the point of that?
Yeah.
So it's funny. Miz still not drafted, and I will not draft him either. I am gonna choose for my next 3 selections on Raw. First of all, Liv Morgan. Haven't seen her in a while. I think she's a top talent. I'm going with her. I'm also going to pick Sarah Logan. I think Sarah Logan's very good. My women's roster is going to be amazing once again. And as my final selection here for the Raw brand, I'm going to go with a very solid professional wrestler, Cedric Alexander.
That's a pretty good pick.
Boom, Johnny North. Raw is winning. Oh, man, I just put them on SmackDown.
Change the show, Chase.
All right, so I think my team is really good, John. We're gonna recap, who we have at the end of this thing, but I think Raw is killing it.
Raw's good, but I'm loving SmackDown though. I would definitely watch SmackDown every week if it was like this.
All right, well, Johnny North, you're on the clock. Who are your next 2 picks for SmackDown?
Wow, this is tough. This is really tough.
Yeah, because there's nobody left.
I'm gonna go with Buddy Murphy.
Ah, not bad. That's a good pick. Among the talent left there, Buddy Murphy is not bad. There you go.
And Dana Brooke.
There you go. Women's division, John. Thank you.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. Back to Raw. Love how many picks I get. I'm going to go with... Oh, this is weird.
This is tough, huh?
Apollo Crews.
Okay.
Apollo Crews, talented wrestler. Shelton Benjamin.
Yeah, that's good.
And Hawkins and Ryder.
All right.
Jobber tag team. Every brand needs a good jobber tag team. All right, Johnny Smackdown, what you got next for us?
All right. Ooh, boy. Yeah. This is
Yeah.
rough. So I'll go with Elias. I'll walk with Elias.
Oh, you're walking with Elias. This is where it gets really down to it here, Big Johnny. All right.
And I'll take Luke Harper.
All right. All right. Taking Harper over Rowan.
Yeah.
I think most people would, right?
Well, I think WWE wouldn't, actually. I think they'd take Rowan.
Yeah, well, they're wrong, obviously, because we still haven't chosen The Miz or King Corbin. How much TV time do those guys get? I have to pick 3 more guys. Oh, boy. I'm going to go with Big Titus. I like Titus. I'll go with Titus O'Neil. I guess here I'm going to go with Eric Rowan. I'll take Rowan. And, I'll take Baron Corbin. At this point, I might as well take Baron Corbin. All right, John, your final 2 picks. You have 4 guys to choose from. The last 4 guys, Miz, Jinder Mahal, Mojo Rawley, and Drake Maverick. Look how far the Miz. No one wants Miz on their team. Are you going to make me take him? Because your 2 next picks means that the 2 final guys I just have to take.
Well, I'm not going to pick Drake Maverick because I want him to stay with R-Truth, so he's going to stay on Raw. So
okay.
I'm going to actually take The Miz.
Okay.
And I'll take Jinder Mahal.
All right. So I get Mojo and Drake Maverick to round out my Monday Night Raw roster. And that's it. That's the draft. We have drafted all the superstars that are eligible.
This was fun.
On both nights. This was fun. And should we recap our shows and kind of put them head-to-head and see where we're at, Johnny? Because
I like these shows.
I like these.
I like both of them.
I like my show way better, though, John. Your show is rough, man.
No, my show's great.
Who's your top heel on your show? Okay, let's look at your roster. Let's look at Big Johnny's roster.
I would say The Fiend is no. Like, he must be the top heel.
There's Big Johnny's roster right there. Johnny SmackDown. He's got the OC, AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson, the Revival, Sasha Banks, Bray Wyatt, Ricochet, Drew McIntyre, Lacey Evans, Street Profits, Tamina, B-Team, Heath Slater, Seth Rollins, Daniel Bryan, Kabuki Warriors, The New Day, Aleister Black, Bayley, AOP, Iconics, Rusev, Ali, Buddy Murphy, Dana Brooke, Elias, Luke Harper, Miz, and Jinder Mahal. It's not a bad group. It's not bad.
Daniel Bryan is really like the gem of this group, in my opinion.
Of course, he's the gem of the WWE. I mean, obviously, he's the gem of this group. He's the best guy in the whole company.
Well, the show also revolves around AJ Styles. I mean, I really need AJ. He kind of is the anchor in this.
So your top heel, you're saying, on your show would be The Fiend, Bray Wyatt?
It's that or AJ Styles.
Okay. And your top babyface would be either Seth Rollins or
Daniel Bryan. Yeah. That's pretty good. 2 top heels, 2 top faces. That's pretty good.
Not bad. Your tag team champions are the Revival. Your mid-card champion is AJ Styles, the U.S. champ.
I have the women tag team champions.
You have the women's tag team champions, but you don't have any women's champions because I took them both.
It's okay. I got Sasha and Bayley as a team. I got the Iconics as a team. Dana and Lacey can team together, or maybe Tamina. There's a lot of options there.
So your division is kind of a tag team division. Like the women's division on SmackDown is kind of a tag team division.
Well, it's a 2-hour show, so
yeah.
It's good. It works.
Interesting show you've put together. Let's take a look at Raw Dave, my show. Bam. I got Kevin Owens, Roman Reigns. Who's the top babyface there? I don't know. Who's the top heel? Maybe it's Randy. Maybe it's Braun Strowman. I've got them all. I've got Becky Lynch. I've got Natalya, Cesaro, the Lucha House Party, Alexa Bliss, Nikki Cross, the Viking Raiders, Bobby Lashley, Chad Gable, the Power of Tozawa, Humberto Carrillo, Sin Cara, Drew Gulak, Gaba Gulak, Eric Young, EC3. I got Brock Lesnar. I got Nakamura. I got Charlotte Flair. I got Rey Mysterio. I got Samoa Joe. I mean, this is a pretty sweet roster. I got Brock, Roman, KO, Randy, Braun, Cesaro, Becky, Charlotte. Like,
it's good.
Samoa Joe. Like, I got the best roster. My roster's killing it. I got Cain Velasquez. I'm just taking ownership of him because I got Rey Mysterio. I got Rey Mysterio, Nakamura, Brock Lesnar, Roman, Kevin Owens. My roster killed it. I'm sorry, John. I win.
I think your bottom tier is not that great, though.
Well, who cares? My main event is ridiculously stacked. It's stupid stacked.
Well, it's a 3-hour show. It needs to be, though.
Wow.
It's going to have to be like this, like in reality.
My tag team champions are Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode. They could feud with
I got better tag champs.
The Heavy Machines. I got Heavy Machinery. You have the New Day, though, which is pretty good.
Yep.
Your tag team division's better than mine. But, you know, I got a lot of mid-carders, got a lot of jobbers that I could use as tag teams.
I find our women's divisions kind of cancel each other out. They're both equally pretty good.
Yeah, you have a very good women's division. You've got Asuka, Sasha, Becky, Kairi Sane.
No, actually, you have Becky.
Oh, yeah.
I have Bayley.
Bayley, sorry.
Yes.
I've got Becky, Natty, Charlotte.
You put a lot of faith in Randy Orton, though, as your top heel.
He's not my top heel. Brock's my top heel.
Brock's never around. What are you talking about? Randy's going to have to carry the show.
Well, no, look. Brock and Randy and Kevin Owens maybe could be my top heels.
Kevin's turning heel?
Maybe he's a babyface. Who knows? Who cares? Who cares? This is all fantasy. This is all fiction. If I were to make my top babyface on Raw, it would probably be Kevin Owens.
That's good.
Roman Reigns would feud with Shinsuke Nakamura for the Intercontinental Championship. Kevin Owens would feud with Brock Lesnar for the WWE title. You know, Bobby Lashley and Braun Strowman would form a makeshift tag team and run roughshod over the tag team division. Okay. Them against the Heavy Machinery would be a tremendous match.
You'd have to unify the Raw and SmackDown Women's Championships, no?
Yeah, I'd unify the Raw SmackDown Women's Championships. It would be Becky 2 belts once again on Raw.
I think they would just call it the Raw Women's title.
No. It would just be the Undisputed Women's Championship. She'd hold both belts, and then she'd go on and defend them on pay-per-views against maybe people from SmackDown, on NXT. Who knows? I'm making it big, okay? Real big. What a show. What a draft we have. And we will we'll try and put these out there. Like, we'll publish them on Twitter and Instagram and stuff. We'll put out our drafts, and you can choose who has the better draft. Big Johnny, SmackDown John, or Raw Dave.
Well, clearly this is not how it's going to go down, though, because
No.
they're not going to have a SmackDown champion go to a show and not have a Raw champion on the right show. Well, what's AJ saying now here? Someone say pick Dana Brooke. I did pick Dana Brooke.
Yeah. Oh, these are older things.
EC3 back to NXT.
Yeah.
He's right about that. Someone picked King Corbin. Come on. You picked King Corbin, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, didn't I? Yeah, I've got Baron
Ronda
Corbin.
Rousey was not eligible, AJ.
Yeah, Ronda's not eligible to be selected. And we're trying to get the comments up on the screen, but it's not working. It's one of the things that we tried to get working, but we don't have quite working. But you know what? We got a lot of things working, right, Big Johnny? I mean, we had all that going on, like all the draft stuff.
Someone made a good point that Drew Gulak is eligible for the draft. I mean, he's technically NXT, right?
Well, he did just lose the Cruiserweight title this week.
Right.
And they're calling it the NXT Cruiserweight title. Did you notice that?
I did notice that.
You know why that is?
Because 205 doesn't exist anymore?
That's right. There's no more 205 Live. They quietly canceled it.
That kind of sucks for a lot of people that were employed because of that and kind of don't exist now because of that.
Yeah.
That's rough. Hopefully people didn't lose their jobs.
Yeah. Well, it seems like most of the roster of the Cruiserweights is going to be wrestling on NXT or the main roster, right? I drafted a bunch of them. You drafted a couple.
Right. But with NXT being stacked with NXT talent, NXT UK, now 205, I can just see there being a lot of cuts because you can only fit so many people in one show.
Yeah. I haven't heard of any cuts, though.
Not yet.
And I don't think it's smart for the WWE to cut anybody. You cut anybody right now, they have a name, they've been on TV, they can go somewhere else and do well, you know? It's they have a lot of talent, especially on that roster. I think it would be dangerous to cut anybody from the 205 Live roster because they're so good. I mean, look at Neville, you know? He was cut. Now he's a top guy in AEW as Pac.
But he was also a star before 205.
Sure. But, you know, there's a lot of talent. Look at TJP. He's out there. He's doing his thing.
He's with Impact Wrestling, yeah.
Yeah. There are guys out there that are having success outside of the WWE. And right now, everything is so tight with the wars and, you know, AEW. I think they're trying to keep everybody that they can under the WWE umbrella, one way or another, right?
I'm sure they
haven't released a bunch of people
in
a while.
Not yet, but usually they have those releases around end of the year or right before WrestleMania, so
yeah,
they could be coming.
Well, Big Johnny, we have drafted. The draft has completed. I hope you all enjoyed the Dave and Johnny WWE Draft Spectacular. What else do you have for us?
Apparently 205 Live is on tonight.
Yeah, I don't think it will be.
Okay. Well, even if it is, like, I think regardless, after December, there won't be any 205. If there's supposed to be any.
If they're calling it the NXT Cruiserweight title?
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
That means 205 Live is over, brother Nero. Over. So, I doubt it. Big Johnny, anything else?
Well, I watched the new NWA show, NWA Power.
Okay.
That was interesting.
Yeah?
It's a nice little flashback, in a sense, to how NWA was. And I guess how it's going to currently be now. It was weird. Just how they had the old setups and like that old like blue and yellow ring. It was cool, but it was also like, is this a joke at the same time?
What do you mean?
Well, it's like James Storm is feuding with this guy, and it's like they brawl a bit, and it seems like everything's serious. But then you get in the ring, and the match starts, and just bam, super kick, it's over. So... Was I supposed to care ever at that point, or was it always going to be a joke? You know?
Yeah. I don't know. I saw it. I saw, like, you know, bits and pieces of the show.
Mm-hmm.
It's on YouTube. I think it's cool. It's very, old school feeling. It's the NWA. It's the same look.
Right.
It's in a TV studio. It feels like those old NWA shows that you used to do.
Right.
But past the look of it and the production, which is cool, and Jim Cornette on commentary and all that.
Jim was very good.
It's cool for that, but the roster and the actual show isn't enough to draw me in and want to watch every week. Like, it's cool. It's kind of a throwback. I might check it out here and there, but there's so much wrestling on right now that I'm just not that into watching that. Like, I'm watching New Japan, I'm watching AEW, I'm watching WWE Smackdown, WWE Raw, NXT. It's enough, You got King of Pro Wrestling coming up on Monday for New Japan. That's a big show.
Okay.
Jushin Liger against Minoru Suzuki. I'm very excited for that. I just watched Walter and Kushida on NXT. I'm watching Raw. I'm watching SmackDown. I'm watching the UFC, right? I'm watching Bellator. There's a limit, And the NWA, what they're doing is cool, but it's not for me.
Well,
not right now, anyways. Maybe they bring in some, CM Punk or something crazy, and then I start watching, but it's not likely.
Well, it's very easy to find. It's on YouTube, so.
Yeah, that's why I did kind of check it out, because it was on YouTube. It's really accessible, and if I had more time, I'd probably watch it, but
right.
There's just so much wrestling out there these days, right? It's hard. It's hard to keep up with everything.
Well, something different, something I'm willing to check out. Interesting.
There you go. Well, enjoy it. You don't watch New Japan, though, right? You're watching a little bit. We watch different wrestling products, and that's good. That's why we bring that kind of stuff to Dave and Johnny Live, because, hey, we have different shows that we're watching. We're trying to cover the whole wrestling business on one show. We can't watch everything. You watch some, I watch the rest, and somewhere in between we've covered it all.
Well, not even, actually. I mean, we didn't talk about ROH or Impact.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. It's a lot going on, right?
Too much.
It's a lot of pro wrestling.
You're talking about pro wrestling now in your MMA show, so.
Are we?
You guys did it, yeah?
Oh, I let Fred kind of handle that.
Okay.
He was just interested in the Cain Velasquez thing.
Well, it just goes to show you how much wrestling there's going on now. I mean, now it's carrying over to MMA now, wrestling, so. You're talking about Del Rio, fighting.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, that's it. MMA and pro wrestling, it's a crossover, right?
You didn't even talk about, TJP might fight for Bellator.
Yeah, I don't know if that's real. But, Jack Swagger, Jake Hager, whatever you want to call him, he fights in Bellator. He is in AEW. Cain Velasquez, former UFC champ, he's in the WWE now. Brock Lesnar, of course. CM Punk, that story. Ronda Rousey. There's a lot of crossover. Matt Riddle, Shayna Baszler. A lot of crossover. UFC, WWE. And it seems like these days, if you want to be a superstar in the WWE, booked to the top level, winning a UFC title might be a good way to do it.
Or just winning an MMA fight, period, actually, I think.
Yeah, winning a UFC title, though, would definitely bring you in at the top level. Imagine they had Conor McGregor.
Well, I'm sure they always imagine this.
Yeah, I think that's eventually the plan, I think it's something that they want. McGregor. He would make a lot of sense for the company. Anyways.
Yeah, AJ, it's not a bridge of love with MMA and WWE. If anything, it's a war. Secret war.
I don't think so. I think they work together.
I don't know about that. I don't think Dana was too happy that Brock decided not to come back. I think he wanted Brock to come back.
Yeah, I think he wanted Brock to come back, but he understood that he, didn't want to. I mean, you remember when Brock was under contract to the WWE and Vince let him go fight Mark Hunt in the UFC?
That was great.
So they seem to have a pretty good relationship. Dana seems to let people go. Kane is under contract with the UFC, but it seems like he's just moving on and going to the WWE, and Dana's not picking a fight with him. Not causing any problems. I think the relationship between the UFC and WWE is fine. I think Dana White, he's talked about it a lot, how much he likes and respects Vince. So there you go. Johnny, that's it. Wrestling Uncensored. Watch it tomorrow. We'll recap Raw. We'll recap NXT. We'll recap AEW Dynamite and everything that happened there. We'll talk about Chris Jericho's excellent promo this week. He even dropped a little bit of the bubbly catchphrase. Just phenomenal stuff from Jericho. We're going to get to all that on Wrestling Uncensored. Tune in tomorrow on the YouTube channel right here. Where's that thing? Where's the thing, John?
You have so many buttons now, I can't tell you what the thing is anymore.
Yeah, I know. There's like a thing, a promo. I don't know where it is. I guess it's not there. It was there before. Oh, that's weird. Are things disappearing on me now, Johnny North? What's happening?
Super chat, eh? We're in the super chat? I don't think that's what you meant to click.
Yeah, the chat is super. It's a super duper chat. I don't know. Like and subscribe to the channel. Like the video. Subscribe to this channel. I'm trying to find things. We got new effects here. Should we recap the draft? Take a look at Johnny's Smackdown. There's Johnny's Smackdown. That's Johnny's team. That's what he drafted today on the show. Johnny North's edition of Smackdown. And we could take a look at my edition of Monday Night Raw there with Kevin Owens and Roman, Randy, Cesaro.
It's very shocking you made Randy such a big part of your show.
Brock Lesnar, Nakamura, Charlotte Flair, Rey Mysterio, Samoa Joe, Andrade. I mean, the list goes on and on of top superstars that I drafted. Who won the draft? Did I win or did Big Johnny win? Let us know. Leave a comment under this video. Who won the mock draft 2019 Dave and Johnny Live Spectacular? Comment under the video. Subscribe to the channel. Like the video. Follow Johnny on Twitter and Instagram. On Twitter at North Genesis. Instagram at Genesis Johnny North. Follow me on all the things at Dave Simon MMA. Check out Wrestling Uncensored. Check out last night's episode of Ringside Report Live. And check out this week's new episode of What's Phantom in Japan that dropped, where we preview Monday's big event in New Japan, King of Pro Wrestling.
Cool. Awesome.
You haven't heard of the show?
It's on my to-do list.
There you go. And it should be on everybody's to-do list.
I thought it was really good to draft. Getting that Daniel Bryan pick.